Okay, this is the first of the 3 videos. We have the main character sleeping quite soundly on a Saturday morning. All of a sudden the phone rings. On the other end of the phone, as the character wakes up and grabs the phone, he finds it is his dream job offer. So he's being offered a job by his dream employer, and he is delighted at this. He lies back down, goes back to sleep, and moves into a dream sequence about this perfect future that he seems to have lined up for himself. We see him dreaming about getting up and getting shaved, picking out his clothes, picking up his expensive car keys, for the car that he can now afford, getting his cup of coffee. In the next scene then, the character arrives at work.
And now?
Sure you wanted. So I'll waltz it in, Hi. Hi. Certainly I'll sign this for you, Have a guys day. Do you know where you're in the office?
Not really, but
take care of things, yes. Buy more of those, sell more of those, yes, I'm the man kind of a thing. You know what I mean?
That's the idea.
So you're doing a complete circle then? Is that
yeah,
right?
well, just only because it's sort of a mock-up, but come this way.
Click, click, click. Into my office. Yes, Muriel, I'll have a coffee, thank you. What kind of idiot?
Character sits down in his new office, delighted at the life he's made for himself. All of a sudden his phone rings, and as his phone's ringing we realise that he's actually dreaming and he's still in bed. And then the final shot is of the phone ringing. That's the end of the first clip. Start of the second video then is the same as the first. The phone is ringing. The main character jumps up to answer it. This time it's guys who have organised a missionary trip that he's thinking of going on. The dates coincide with the start date that he's been offered for the new job, and so begins the uneasy dilemma in his head of what to do. We see him go back to the dream sequence. He starts to fall asleep. We now see the character starting to worry about what it would be like on mission and what he's going to do, and contrasting between the nice, fortunate life that he thought he was going to have and potentially what it would be like on mission. As you can see here, things like whether he's going to use his nice, expensive razor or a cheap one out on mission, whether he's going to have his nice clothes or maybe clothes that have been dirty from the last day from digging. Is he going to have his nice, expensive car and his well-made cup of coffee from his nice coffee maker, or is he going to have no car at all? Indeed, like a cheap coffee cup. Also, will he be the guy at the head of his company to cut the first sod of the new project, or will he be digging a well? Will he be the guy giving the keynote speech, or will he be the guy preaching at the front of a church? Will he be sleeping in his bed soundly at night, or will he be roughing it out on a mission field on a building site perhaps? As all this is happening, the car horn of his friend wakes him up. He gets up out of bed, he gets into the car, and these guys are on the way to the missionary event to talk about what's going to happen. They're both undecided as to what their futures hold. They're both trying to make the decision whether to go or whether to stay, and they then decide that they're going to pray about it. They're going to go to the meeting, they're going to see what God says to them, and then they will make the decision whether to go or stay. In the last part of the video, we realise that the main character's friend has stayed behind, as it is as important to stay and support as it is to go. The main character is then on the phone, updating him as to what's going on. His friend is making a newsletter and asks what he needs prayed for and what he needs supply-wise. We see him making the newsletter, and then the scene changes to a church pulpit where he's giving a report back on his friend's behalf. At the end of the video then they both realise that they are where God wanted them to be, and then they end the conversation.